we're live.
Thank you for that. Anyway,
good thing the
welcome
Discord was
back.
still muted for that one.
Okay.
Oh, damn you.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the next session of Here Be Dragons. Who is giving our recap this time?
I'm gonna admit my notes for last session were kind of dog shit.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Thank you.
Pats on back.
Oh, 'tis much
Indeed.
appreciated.
So after the two groups had their respective outings, they discussed what had happened. Which and Corvus poses the question of whether or not we should wait for others to arrive so they can go in first and handle some of the challenges in the dungeon, or whether we should go in first because that would mean better reward, but it means danger. Group decides, yeah, we'll go early in the morning and we'll try our best to get things done as quick as possible. So the whole group's on decision. We all have a little rest. There's some conversations had. Okay, so we ended up going into the ruins. There's some arcane lights helping illuminate the area. But we managed to keep a torch going for those of us who can't see, and even those of us who can, because it's actually makes more sense to do that. Entering into one of the first rooms, after going down a corridor, seemingly nothing in it, we find a big open chamber with a bunch of graves, and a large thing in the center of a pool of acidic water, if it is water at all. After sending the Raven to investigate, Lessla is able to translate it or read it as Shun the Set Lord. Here lies Lord Shun. Which is weird because he was destroyed ages ago. Letters written at the bottom, which was believed to be some sort of anagram, which we think is Unicron. I'm pretty sure we all decided it was Unicron. We then head up to the upper right corner, and after walking a little bit, investing a few more alcoves, we come across what looks like a at least like if not a cathedral, a temple-like area. There is some writing on the back of the pews, essentially talking about not mentioning the Whispered One. After we make our way a little bit further into the this room, a few little fucking ghosties appear. Light breaks out, and we walk away almost basically unharmed, except for Lessla, who managed to get strength sucked out of her. We then come across an altar with a crack in it. Noticing something shiny, we investigate further. And Lessla, when trying to translate some lettering, learns the Revivify spell. Just knows it. Can't cast it, but knows it. We then discover there's more to it, and it radiates the similar energies to a spell. I think probably a spell book or a spell scroll. So we begin extracting it carefully. Cheese decides to try and lick it as it's getting pulled out, and gets.
I did not lick it.
I
was
a try.
Standing close to it.
Lick it.
I did not attempt to lick it.
And a Quasit is summoned, looks at Cheese and goes, Master, I don't want to be here. I want to be in the abyss because I get to suck's teeth. So we dismissed him. Back in the abyss, sucking teeth. And then we decide to head down another corridor. Where a little bit into it, Cheese overhears the sound of people mumbling at the end. And that's what we decided to end the fucking session.
Yeah.
Yep.
For legal reasons, Cheese did not attempt to lick anything last session.
Now, I may be a small town country lawyer, but I declare my client did not try to lick. The ominous spell scroll to leak necrotic energy. Actually did not.
All right.
I say.
Yeah, I say.
Sorry.
I see.
Have you seen the like the thing that was I found a thing that was a foghorn leghorn and it's just
Yes.
people putting
Yeah,
it in
no,
where
Yes.
he doesn't belong.
Yep.
It's the most recent thing to start coming out of the memes that are the internet.
Yeah, it's funny.
Him doing the getting the Ava Shinji from Evangelion is pretty good.
Dear Lord.
I'll find that. But anyway, not important.
Yeah. I just remember.
Getting right back into it.
Yeah. Right. Well, Oz has been informed that there's mumbling going on at the end of the hall. So if it is okay with everyone, I would like to do some sneaky stuff.
That's a good idea. Okay, Shadow, question. How long has it been since our combat with the ghosties?
About 20 so minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so my
so-
flame blade
yeah.
is gone by this point.
Because I believe, did you all take a
Also-
short rest?
No, we did
No,
not take a short rest, but
No.
I did ritually cast
Right.
spells.
2 spells.
And also, I'm just thing. I think we have like what 20 minutes on the torch left.
Yeah, we have about 20 minutes on the torch
but-
left.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they
gonna try and
one burns for an hour, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and sneak up to the door so I can have a little listen. That's okay, Shadow.
Yep.
It's gonna be really funny when you fail because we're all staying back here.
11. I don't know it's an 11, so I go forward anyway. I love that about stuff. You don't know.
You really don't know. But you know.
She's just trying to strain to see what she can hear. But I doubt she's hearing much from all the way back here. And who the fuck is at our door? I'll be right back.
Death and destruction. Right.
The
Not
only thing you hear
literal
on the other
Satan.
side, Corvus, is some rattling chains.
Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm having flashbacks already.
Okay, we're good.
Course will.
Question: can you see through this door or not?
It's closed.
Okay.
Yeah, I accidentally opened it last time when I was trying to like ping over. Why
Wait.
did that happen again?
Stop
clicked on it.
pinging.
No,
Stop pinging.
no, it's because I opened it because it should be
Oh.
open.
Oh, it should be open. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's what our problem was last week. Is Shadow kept opening it.
Fucking dumbasses.
Shadow, the fact that you opened at
So-
the same time I pinged over, like, I'm not gonna ping it over there. Just the fucking timing. I'm like, I thought I did.
Every time you do it.
Time.
Every time you do it.
Course is listening. What way does the door open?
It opens inward.
Of course, yeah. Okay, I should be more specific. That's on me. Is the door when open on the left-hand side or the right-hand
Oh,
side?
so the crack you can see through is over here.
Okay, so the door would be just looking at it dead on right-hand side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And of course we'll, if it's only a crack, we'll glance up, and he's just going to try and focus his ears a little bit.
It is actually rather bright in here as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm just trying to focus my hearing a little bit.
Yeah, you hear some chains rattling. You hear a few footsteps, and some more rattling.
Rattling and footsteps. This could do something. Feel his ability. You know what? We all know we're weird at this point.
Oh, jeez.
Korth will whisper to Cheese. I believe she's within 120.
Yeah, the hallway is definitely not that long.
Yeah. It's just some rattling footsteps, but nothing much more than that.
So, yeah, Cheese, you hear that in your head.
This has happened before. So Cheese, her ears kind of perk up, and then you can tell that she's very intently been listening this entire time. Her ears perk up, looks at Corvus for like half a second, and then to the rest of the party. It appears that, I think there are chains on the other side.
Chains?
Rattling chains. Yes. And footsteps, correct?
It's faint footsteps, yeah.
And faint footsteps.
And Shadow, did the chain demon thing that we faced when helping Thorny out also make a rattling noise when we walked?
It did.
Okay. So yeah, Sapphire would be like, you mean kind of like how that chain demon was, or kind of different?
It's almost like chains rattle. Wow.
It's
Yeah.
almost like chains rattle. It's really hard to tell. Does it sound rusty?
Yeah.
Does it
Does it sound malicious?
sound more grindy than bangy?
You can hear four more footsteps in there. They just sound like standard footfalls.
Can I judge size or it?
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
But we roll those. This is a roll those session.
It sounds about medium-ish. You can't quite tell otherwise. But your guess is maybe about... Your guess is maybe about your size. Beyond that, hard to tell. Sounds like two-legged.
And the
sounds
gate?
like bipedal.
Okay, so I can't tell, like, oh, it has a limb, or it has a heavy foot.
No, not with that roll.
Yeah.
It sounds bipedal. It sounds about person size. That's really about it. And you're not even fully sure about that.
And it sounds like one or different sets?
Hard to tell.
Could be one creature or multiple creatures, but it's about our height, about our size.
Is he
Yeah,
saying
okay,
this to Cheese in her head?
Yeah, he's whispering.
Okay. Whatever it is, it's likely our size. Cheese is going to kind of carefully start approaching.
Go ahead. Are you trying to be quiet?
Definitely
Question,
not
Shadow.
actively making noise.
Shadow, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the floors made of tile?
Are they stone or are they tile? This is
They're
a very
stone.
important question. Okay, good.
This
So regardless,
depends
it's still
if
gonna be
this
a
is
bit of
not.
a...
Inside here is also stone. It's just a very much nicer marble stone.
Okay. I think I will have to make a stealth check though, so I don't just click, clap,
Clip, clap, clip, clap, clip, clap.
Mm-hmm. There's a stealth check
because I do want
regardless,
to.
Yeah.
if you want to be quiet.
I would love to be quiet.
I would also
Natural
love to
one.
be quiet.
No,
one.
that's a 6.
Natural one.
Mm.
I said
Okay.
it's a low roll session today.
Look at that.
Why?
So-
Okay.
Low
Corvus,
roll
as
session, low roll session.
Corvus, as Cheese comes up, you hear the footsteps stop.
And
When I notice Corvus's hand going up, I will also stop.
You hear another step, and then the closing of a door.
But not our door. Okay.
Right.
Can I get my bow ready, my crossbow ready?
Corvus, after hearing that happen, he will cautiously.
As Lessla looks into the room, she will whisper, "It looks like a dungeon of sorts." No, and I don't mean a dungeon like the ones we explore, like an actual dungeon.
Believe whatever was in here left. I haven't heard someone approach it. Be careful in case they step into the room.
I really hate that D&D is like one of those. Is a setting where you have to specify what type of dungeon you mean.
A dungeon,
Like
as in a prison? Is a dungeon
yeah, I was
as
about
in
to say
a
like a
ruin?
prison cell.
Is it a dungeon as in the card?
Uh, as I walk in here, Shadow, do I sense any magical presences?
No, you don't sense any magic. No,
Okay, interesting.
There's a secret door on this
or at least
one.
detect magic isn't going off yet.
Yeah.
You can see, however, that this is a set of like a ladder going up into the ceiling.
Interesting.
Is there a trap door at the top?
No, there is a like dark hole at the top.
The door is over
I heard a
here.
door shut.
Over here.
There's a door right here.
Also, really
I
quick
heard
question:
it was
Are
blocked by
these
the name.
chests?
Yes.
Are any of them trapped?
I don't know.
Good question.
We don't know.
What the fuck? You just think able to say yes?
Anyway,
what am I rolling for it?
Perception,
Uh,
response, traps,
investigation.
Is that ever
investigation
work for
to
you?
determine how they work.
Hey, shut
Right.
up.
When my passive in Pathfinder, when I had like a passive sense trap of over 50.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
Pathfinder.
Yeah,
one of
you
the
don't have
Yeah,
that here.
I know.
one of the
But
reasons
I
we
rolled a
don't like
25
Pathfinder.
for investigation, so to check if the chests are trapped.
They don't seem to be.
I'm going to look down the oubliette.
Look down the what?
The what?
That's
I'm pretty
what,
sure he means the cell grate thing.
Yes, that's what these are called. They're oubliettes. A hole you
Okay.
throw, hole you.
Fancy
It's
ass
literally
terminology.
hole you forget what you threw down it.
The
Yeah.
definition of an oubliette is a secret dungeon with access only through a trap door in its ceiling.
Yes, a hole.
And it was used for prisoners to be forgotten.
Yes, but the actual literal translation of oubliette is forget me hole.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
But regardless, you don't see anything down there, and these are like built into the floor.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Is this chest locked?
No.
What's in it?
I'm gonna step away.
Inside it, a bunch of rags.
Anything hiding within the rags?
As you search through it, no. But
Okay.
some of the rags
Are
do
they
have
clean
some.
or dirty rags? Shadow?
They are not clean rags. Some of them do have some old stains on them and a bit of a putrid stench.
My
Okay.
proficiency in medicine. Do I know what the stain is?
Do you know what? Sorry.
The stain is with my proficiency in medicine.
Likely some sort of bodily fluid. You're not sure if it's blood or something else.
Shadow. While they're
Yes.
doing that, I'm not gonna open the door, but I'm gonna test. Is there a doorknob on the door?
There is not.
There's not. Interesting.
I'm gonna check
There
this.
is a keyhole. And I will point out everything in here looks actually fairly well maintained.
Yeah.
This doesn't look old like the rest of the area around you.
I'm gonna check this chest.
Okay.
And wait, really quick, did my investigation count for all the chests in the room or just the one?
Yeah, we'll count for them all.
Okay. Is this chest
Uh,
locked?
No,
What's inside?
a bunch of bones.
Yeah, not touching that. This one.
Bones?
Yes,
Bones.
bones.
Just
This one,
point.
this one is in fact locked.
Oh. Thieves' tools, please.
Yeah, you're able to get it open.
Just a quick flick of the wrist and open.
So inside is a single dagger.
Before even touching the dagger, hey Lessla, I found a dagger. Is it magical?
My detect magic is up, and wood is definitely not thick enough to hide it. So I'm going to assume no.
It's
Be
not.
lined with lead.
Yeah, unless it was lined with lead,
Be
but
lined
you know,
Yeah.
It is
but
not.
It is not.
Okay.
Don't know. We don't know until the chest is open.
Is is it an embalming dagger?
It is not.
What kind of dagger is it?
Is it a
It's a simple dagger. Skinning knife probably looks more accurate, Corvus, but it's
I
definitely
need
not.
a new one.
It's definitely not like anything that you've seen before. It looks like it is a weapon primarily, but maybe it has been used for that. When you pick it up, it is cool to the touch.
Interesting.
Lessla, you would be able to identify that as a cold iron dagger.
Hmm.
Cool.
Interesting.
Which means someone's having a freak out in
Which means
Sapphire
someone
Eldercrow.
wants to really kill Cheese. Yeah.
Because I think it's like even the presence of that really fucks with Faye.
They know what it is, and it is unsettling to them. Yes.
Yeah.
Would Cheese be able to feel it from across the room?
If it got close to you, it would make the hair on the back of your neck stand
Okay.
up.
I imagine Flowers doesn't want to be.
Yeah. Really,
doesn't want
even
me to
elves
have
can.
it.
Really, even
Oh.
Sapphire, you can feel a little shiver run down your spine with it.
Yeah, it's like so.
Just
It's
that-
kind of
that elven
unsettling to me
heritage.
too. Yeah. It's like okay. Corvus, would you like a dagger?
Of course, we'll stop investigating the coffin. And actually, Boy will wander over here.
I will give the dagger to Boy, and now Boy is an ambush drake with a little tiny sword. The
Ah.
tiniest of swords.
He rolls to attack Sapphire.
No! No!
His mind
So-
is consumed with bloodlust.
No
Only a
door.
knife can fulfill.
What material is this door made out of?
It looks like metal. You
Metal?
presume steel.
Okay.
It is a little bit dented.
Yeah. Are the
And
hinges
bent
on
slightly
this side
also.
or the other side?
The hinges are on the far side from you.
Far side, so it pushes in then.
It does.
Yep. Lessla will gesture to the door without actually saying anything.
So I would like to mention that I don't think Lessla has told anyone that it's cold iron. It's just people don't like it.
Sapphire would let you know that because I would know it's cold iron based on this, like the vibe I got from
You
it,
could
right?
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll say, Boy is literally, the reason he's there is specific. He's literally walking past those three to see what happens.
But yeah, Sapphire will let Corvus know. It's
Sir-
most likely cold iron.
So specifically, Zarfea eyes Boy. If she's uncomfortable, she doesn't show it. Hope doesn't seem to care. And Vale definitely you can see him actually physically shiver for a moment. And then look really confused as to why.
It's cold iron, pretty sure.
Is the two of the coffin. Happy.
And now it's next to Cheese, so Cheese is like, nah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. You just see a little grimace.
Ask what the what is cold iron?
It's meant to. Well, I don't know if it's meant to. It just does sort of mess with Fae.
Leslie, at the very least would know, it also does bother devils and demons to a degree.
Mhm.
Creatures on the lower planes have an aversion to it as well.
Is it bad to carry one, or
No, not necessarily. It's likely that it could be beneficial in the future. It's just. I would not like to be the one carrying it.
well, I'm just asking if say I encounter a Fae while in the forest. Since I have one of them, are they going to attack me on sight, or?
Depending on the Fae, I suppose. If it were me, I would just avoid you.
Lessla might be the one to be more in knowledge about this.
Hmm.
Carrying around cold iron in of itself isn't a problem for most, but there's a very certain type of adventurer or wanderer that carries around that specific variety of weapon. Usually they are Fae hunters. is not the only reason, but it's the most common reason. Usually, those who would hunt devils or demons, there are other weapons that are more
Silver,
tuned to
adamant.
slaying them. Silver,
Yeah.
well, silver sometimes. Usually, though, there are more magical weapons that are enchanted to spell them better, or to banish them entirely.
Would Cheese recognize it as a Fey hunting weapon?
It's hard to tell. It looks like just a standard dagger. If it is, then there's no visible marking to say as such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cold iron is also.
I just haven't, like... Sorry.
Cold iron, unless I will walk away from the store before actually speaking.
Yeah.
Cold iron is also happens to be used in more esoteric rituals. It's not just for hunting beings of other planets.
I understand. I just wouldn't want to carry something that would get me on the wrong side of the Fae.
Lessla chuckles at that a bit and says, "Is largely speaking, just about anything you do can get you on the wrong side of Fae. It depends on what Fae you're dealing with."
That is true. We are very tricky.
Well, I'd rather not have them sense something that they believe is something meant to kill them. People tend to act irrationally when they believe they're being threatened.
Well, we can keep it in the back of holding.
There's
Like
nothing
this
else.
watchers.
There's nothing else we can sell it. And I look to the boy, and of course does a few hand signals and a little whistle. Boy nods, walks up to Lessla.
Lessla will take the cold iron dagger and put it in the bag of holding. Now, as for the door...
Wait, he sits in front of you and waits.
She'll give him some scritches.
Walks back to the other two.
Now, as for that door, and Lesla's keeping her voice relatively low, it looks like it pushes open. It might be locked, but it might not be.
It pulls open from you.
Oh, pulls?
Yes.
I asked it what side the
Which
hinges
side was the
were
hinges on? Could you see the hinges or
Yes.
not?
If I
Yes,
could,
I said the hinges were on the far side from you, meaning you were standing over here. I thought you were asking the same question Rifford was.
No, I was asking not what direction the door
Oh, yes.
swings in.
Yes.
See, this is the problem. This is the fucking problem.
Good God.
So it does swing in. It is a pull door, but there is no handle.
Believe that person left through that door. Well, I'm guessing that's how they get in and out. Perhaps a keeper, perhaps another group that got here and we didn't know. But with how silent they will be and how they reacted and how the chests weren't open, I'd wager it's some kind of keeper. Maybe it's one of the... I don't know. But just because it doesn't have a handle don't mean we can't get into it.
More than likely. If I had to guess, there's going to be a alternate path to get into it, possibly up those latter way. Well,
First we should probably check if it's locked. Also, Shadow, what is this coffin? Is it is it empty?
One way to find out.
Okay. What's well?
it's a coffin. I thought it was a slab because it looks like it has a skeleton on it.
Sesame.
Is it nailed? I should say. Is it nailed, Shadow?
No, it is hinged.
Okay, I'll slide it up slightly.
Okay.
Lessla detect magic starts going off when you do.
I should be. It should be going off before it, unless it's lead lined.
It's lead lined.
Yeah.
Assume everything is lead lined in here.
I guess assume everything is lead lined.
Just a note,
Corvus,
I'm ready to duck down behind this at a moment's notice.
Corvus, stop. There's a magical presence inside that I couldn't detect while it was closed.
Because he only cracked it with a little bit. He lowers it down. He's doing it slowly. Until what turn?
No, not without an action. That's just what I saw reactionarily, and I have to actually be able to visibly see it in order to see the aura. So I recommend everyone be prepared in case it is some sort of trap.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, she's just gonna duck behind this thing.
Corvus, boy will go. Good cheese.
Actually, I can mage hand it, so I'm just gonna move over here.
Is
Nice,
it
it's not
less?
difficult.
Is it
Uh,
light enough?
Depends. Can I try and mage hand the coffin?
Lit.
You can try.
Let's see. You know, if it's lead lined, it's gonna be a lot heavier than I think. I think, but it shouldn't be much more than it shouldn't be more than 10 pounds. I wouldn't think. So yeah, I'll try and mage hand it.
All right. It does indeed begin to lift.
All right.
Inside there is.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, that's not me this time.
Not me either.
It's me.
It's Rick.
Yeah, you can tell husky barks. They're whiny,
Yeah.
Oh, whiny.
needy, if you might say.
But no, upon opening it up, you can see that there is a pair of staffs inside.
Ooh.
Corvus like, ooh, are they wooden or metal?
Let me check.
Cheese
Corvus like,
just
ooh,
stands
staffs.
up.
Staves.
I have hypotheses on what staves they could be.
They are giant chopsticks.
Giant chopsticks, of course. The giant's toothpick. It is a magical stave that does nothing except keep.
So they are.
Javelin. Giant toothpick would be a javelin.
So they are both wooden.
Okay.
They are. One is made of a very white, very fine-looking wood. The other is made of a very black, very dark stained wood. Both of them depict a snake.
Identify the wood.
Not at a glance.
Because I just know wood, so.
With my knowledge of magic, could I identify potential magic items based on the physical description?
Based off of that, sure. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
All right.
Be ebony.
That's a
To the black one.
21.
Mm.
Yeah.
There are a numerous variety of serpent-like staves that do exist. The most common one, which these would fit the bill of, would be the staff of the python and the staff of the adder, which are they're not especially common, but they are well-known magic items. That's their common name.
Yeah.
They are very commonly found in the hands of either those who have made pacts with extraplanar entities, or many druids, particularly shadow druids, are known to use them.
Yep.
And some clerics of less hospitable gods.
As Lessla says, she says, I believe, based off the description of these, it's serpent staves, staff of the adder, staff of the python. Shadow druids are the ones that tend to use these types of things, or possibly warlocks. Technically speaking, clerics could also be found with them, depending on which god they serve.
Would Cheese recognize anything like these, considering her
No.
existence? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
If these are the
they
two,
could likely be useful.
if these are the two items I believe them to be, then the only two people I would be aware of that may be able to attune to them would be yourself, well, 3 if he is actually a warlock and not just someone passing himself as one, would be you, Hope, and Vale. Although whether you would want to be associated with these items is on you.
Why would anyone not want to be associated with snakes? Like snakes.
It's more the association with shadow druids, pact keepers, and more evil aligned clerics.
I'll take one.
Both will cautiously
So I
pick
have
up the
posted the
two-
2 images of them.
Mm-hmm.
Both will cautiously pick up the 2 waves.
Yeah, you can pick them up.
Both will.
Might I? Sorry.
He's just rubbing like the grooves of the wood. Sort of looking at the craftsmanship of them, and then goes Ada and a python. Looking at the 2, trying to gauge which one's which.
Would Cheese just kind of know or like be able to point?
I think
Or
the
they
adder
just
might be
do-
the darker one, and the lighter one's the viper.
That is correct.
Yeah.
The adder and the python.
Cheese will point that out then.
Okay, good. That was. Because Corvus had the opposite opinion. I was forming my opinion. Which one do you wish then?
She's just gonna look at her own staff that she currently has, and she's gonna kind of tilt her head.
I'll
I
take
can
the
tell.
adder.
Okay. I can tell you what they do if that would help you.
Well, Cheese wouldn't know until she holds it and attunes to it.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
Yeah. So what was it? She's taking the white one.
the adder, which I believe
The
is
adder is the black one. Yes.
Mm-hmm. The
Right,
black
takes,
staff.
has the black one, the staff, black one, the cheese, and of course it's the white one. And goes, if I may hold on to this for a while.
You may, but you will not be able to use it to its fullest capability. Just be warned.
Of course, we'll do a little stringing up and put it right next to his spear on his back.
I would like to take the time to attune to the staff, pretty please.
It takes
We'll-
1
takes an hour.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why it's a thing.
That's why.
I can go ahead and add the staff of the adder to my
Yep.
equipment.
I will. I will go ahead and send you the link on D&D Beyond.
I will
I
add the
found it.
staff of the python.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Lessla, after they're like deciding who's going to get which staff, is going to look at the coffin and see if it is indeed lead-lined.
It is.
Whoever is the caretaker of this place does not want the things to be taken. We will have to be extra perceptive in order to find things that are here.
So that barrel then. We're supposed to investigate the barrel before we leave. Just one more thing. It's the last thing in here, really.
Yeah.
Other than these tools, whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
Well,
This is
Cheese
a
does
cage.
want to
You know.
investigate the.
This is a
book here.
cage.
It's a book,
This
right?
is no, it is not. That is a like small like suitcase that is opened and like suitcase type thing. It's open and empty. This appears to be like a little like cleaning station for tools, as does this over here. This is a big crate, but it is open and there is nothing inside. This barrel, upon opening it, it is filled with what appears to be just like an embalming oil.
I guess closes that
You
back
said-
down.
You said these in the center were cages?
These are tables in the center.
Yeah.
Tables. Okay.
This over
Um,
here is a cage.
Okay. Looking at the tables, can I see what those might have been used for? Or if I.
Well, there are in fact bones lying on top of them. So
Yeah.
Embalming.
One can
and
assume.
Dead people
autopsy.
tables.
Yeah.
Dead
So
people tables.
I guess
I
that
am also
this-
keeping my eye on the door over here.
Yeah.
Just in case they decide to come in and try to ambush us.
At which point, I guess, group question. If they went through that door, if there is another way out, they would more likely be trying to flank around us to escape than they
Which
would
would
be.
probably be around over here,
Yes.
as far as we're aware.
But it's also possible that this path to the south that we walked by leads all the way back around somewhere to other places we've already been.
You mean this path?
Yeah, actually, that's exactly where. Yeah, that path. It looks like it goes south enough. I couldn't see all the way down it. There might.
No, I put my token here
Yeah,
at one point
I
to kind of
checked when
hide around
Corvus
the
was.
corner.
I checked when Corvus was
and
sneaking
nothing.
up. It doesn't. It cuts off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dead
In that
It's like
case,
this hallway way down here, but just a little wider.
because I know.
I would say you
Unless
saw
there's a
Corvus
hidden
sneaking up.
door.
So way back at the very beginning in that main chamber, there was a path that was going to the south. So it's possible that the room to our
Loops.
south loops around to that path.
It is possible. So we should say the I was saying we say the southwest had nothing.
Actually, what I will do, I actually don't know if I'll be able to fully do. If I'll do it, I need to see how long the range of telepathy for the, or
100
my,
feet.
yeah. Now, what's the range for me to be able to share senses?
100.
100 feet,
Oh.
yeah. I could send the crow to go investigate, and if I feel him disappear, it means that someone attacked him. Raven.
We've decided his name is Crow. That way you can never be wrong.
Anyway, I can send the Raven back down that path to investigate.
You could also check out the trap door. I don't know what's up there.
Well, it's not a trapdoor; it's a hole going up.
Inside the hole. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I see
yeah.
ladder.
Looking
I
up
think
into the
trapdoor.
void of the hole, do I see anything?
Enter the void.
You do not.
It's higher than 60 feet.
Well, you
Drow
came down
boy.
more than that, so that's not
Um,
surprising.
I look Vale. He has better eyesight than all of us in the dark. Mr. Ackenheld, can you see to the top of this?
He will walk over, stepping around
Jesus,
the way.
get out of his way.
And he goes up there, he squints, and takes a few steps up the ladder. I believe I can.
What is
What
up
do you
there?
see?
Simply a trapdoor.
Fun.
Was worried about that.
I guess could I logic out that might be just another entrance into here
That would
From the
make
sur-
sense.
from the surface?
Entrance. 60 feet? No. 120 feet? No. We entered way deeper than that, right?
No, it was not quite that deep. It was deep. It was deeper than 60, but it wasn't quite 120.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry, I was under the impression we were like a good bit down. Okay.
Not to mention
You
is
were a
that
good bit down, but not that deep down.
that entrance could just be at a different elevation from the one we took.
True. Was a marshland after all.
Yeah.
So could be if this was an old fortress, an extra exit from the dungeon.
Yes.
That makes sense. Hidden entrance.
Alright, well.
All right, we'll make note of that. Good to know where all the exits are. So should we go back round, or should we see if we can get this door open?
I don't believe there's any point in backtracking.
I'll have a little look-see at this door. How's the seam, Shadow?
Seam?
I
Yeah.
don't know what you call it. The gap between the frame and the door. I don't know what
Oh,
it's
you
called.
can peek through it.
Oh, crowbar.
That's what I was checking to see if it could be pried.
can-
Did we
it will
even check
be
to see
a,
if the door was locked?
There's no doorknob.
There's no doorknob. We can't pull it
Oh,
open.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it lit back there? Because I need to know for sight.
Yes, it is. It is lit.
Okay. Is it bright light?
Here.
So I know.
Here, you know what? I will. I'll go ahead and so that you can see.
Okay.
Wow.
I squint through.
Okay. And that
Seems to
you know
seems to veer to the left.
I really wish there's a way you could switch a door to a window real fast in Roll20, because that's how you do doors that you can peek through, is you make them windows.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I guess hand Zarfea the crowbar and see if she can pull it.
Yeah, she'll try if you ask her.
Yeah, it's got a hook.
Are we just taking my crowbar again?
Yeah, well, you're the only one with a crowbar.
Yeah, I am.
Two, I believe.
Do we have two?
Crowbar.
No, I think so.
Nope, I just have
think-
the one.
Okay, because I remember once I was making a thief character. Because I took the criminal background.
And that gives you
Yeah,
a crowbar and criminal.
So I had two crowbars.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Dual
right.
wield them crowbars. Just
I thought about just like, can I make these a finesse weapon? Can I do that?
open two things at once.
Can say monk rogue.
Tavern brawler.
Truly a menace to society.
I want a tavern.
All right. So for Zarfea,
At two, we could do a double leverage.
you can give her advantage if you want.
It already gives advantage. that's
Yeah,
what
the
double
crowbar
leverage.
gives advantage, yeah.
You can get leverage, which it's a door.
Yeah, she is not able to pry it open.
Even with advantage?
Well, let's see with advantage. Good reminder.
Crowbar's 4.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
Right.
Well, I don't have the knock spell because I almost never take knock.
He wants to try.
boy wants to try. Let's go.
Okay.
You're gnawing at the door.
He's pulling the crowbar.
No, we just gotta wedge it in there and just have boy do it. Let's go.
Okay. What is boy's strength mod?
Is a +1. I've mentioned this before, but he uses his dex to hit and he uses his strength for damage. I'll eat it.
Do you want to roll?
I would do this. Boy. Slash. Is it R slash or slash R?
It is
slash
slash
R.
R.
20.
It's a Reddit thread. r/boy.
R slash goodest boy.
Am I
Hey.
the asshole for
Nope.
making my giant lizard pet open a door for me?
He likes to do it. He likes to feel important, okay?
He is not able to open it.
He...
Are we all just gonna have our own little turns? Just trying to like.
I mean, we could, but I'm of the mind of...
Yeah.
Part of me is like, can I argue for dexterity?
He walks up to Sapphire after he does, like holding the crowbar in his hand, and looks up at her, tail kind of wagging slightly.
His hand.
Sorry, it's his mouth. It's his hand.
Does he
Just
want her
kill
to
him.
try it again?
No. It's right.
It's why.
And he has
He does not
Sapphire's
get-
crowbar.
But he does not get what he wants. He lowers his head.
Oh no!
Fast, drops the crowbar at Sapphire's feet.
I will give him all the scritches as I take my crowbar back.
She's not sure what he wanted from her.
You know that thing whenever a dog gets what it wants? It looks at you like, haha, I win, even though you have no idea, you don't care? That's what boy's doing to Sapphire right now. You know the look, too.
Yeah.
The whole
I don't-
body is just wagging violently.
Oh, he dog. He is a lizard, and he has pride. He's a
Yeah, if,
dragon. And he has pride.
If anyone else try to open it?
Okay, I'll go to the world.
I hand the crowbar back to Corvus
Okay,
Alright.
let's try this.
It's D20 plus strength.
as I'm just,
Or athletics,
continuously
whichever.
petting.
Yeah. Bandage, athletics. Watch this double natural one, everyone.
It's not double.
I guess I might as well give it a try.
Alright. I love this.
I hate
That's
this.
a hard one to crack.
I swear,
Yeah,
whoever
it
did
is,
is like,
you
we
have
all
figured
lose
out
this
that it
for you.
is, in fact, locked.
I don't have the knock spell, so I can't.
Can I
can't.
somehow unlock it without the doorknob there?
No stuff. One side,
I mean, you can.
one side lock.
You're trying to basically break open the lock with the crowbar. at this
Oh,
point,
right.
so
I'm
go
at
ahead.
-1 strength right now
Yeah,
Why?
because I got
Shadow.
the
sucked.
shadow.
Shadow.
Did you not hear the recap, Mary?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Regardless, that is
I'm
actually enough,
sorry.
that is high enough to get it open.
Bing.
Really, actually, either of those would have gotten it open.
Yeah.
Finally, you hear just the screech, and then the crack of metal as a piece flies across the room and clatters somewhere against the wall over here.
That worked.
I will take my crowbar back. Thank you very much.
It's bent out of shape. We gotta fix it.
Your crowbar is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No one rolled natural.
Okay. Well, it's open. I hand that back. I walk through.
It's open. Leslie's arms hurt.
There's a door over here that goes to the north.
Back in the bag.
Can I identify what the green glowing thing is at the distance? Don't stand in the center.
Like the center is safe.
I'm just not going to enter yet. Because
So
there's
the green glowing thing in the distance
Yeah.
appears to be just a sphere on a pedestal.
That's...
Obviously, we go touch it.
No.
I'm
Go
just
poke it.
going to.
Obviously.
I'm gonna keep walking forward until I get into a range of which detect magic is getting up here.
There's a
There is
problem.
in fact no magical ping that you're getting.
Okay.
You can at this point though see that there is a inscription below the pedestal.
Oh,
Well,
lovely.
I have comprehend languages still up because that doesn't take concentration.
Mhm.
Lasts an hour, yeah.
Lasts an hour. I'm just very.
This door is in fact open.
Yeah, I'm just
Corvus
very.
is like, when Leslie gets close to that door, Corvus readies his dagger and like.
Yeah, no, I'm also hesitant, so I'm just gonna quickly do this, run across. That's an open door up there, and then
So that is actually cell bars.
cell bars, so I can see through them.
Yes.
Okay, and then
The door itself is in fact closed, but those are cell bars.
okay,
You can faintly see an individual.
okay. Well, I don't think I can because I don't have dark vision.
Sapphire will.
I see him just barely.
That's why I was
He's
going over
very-
here to read this inscription before anyone with dark vision could see anyone.
Yeah.
So the inscription reads, "The light conceals, muddles, hides. Look instead where darkness lies."
Can you
Oh.
please put that in the Discord?
Oh, Leslie's gonna douse the torch.
Okay, you douse the torch.
Goodness.
There's someone in here.
Yes.
Hmm.
Why? Oh.
May I ask why you left all of us in total darkness?
We're not in
Not.
total
It's lit.
darkness.
It's
It's lit. Then Lessla is going to pull out her actual bag. That's not the bag of holding. That's empty,
Yeah.
and put it over the orb.
Very clever. Corvus is still up.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, well, it has said something about seeing things in darkness, and I will repeat what exactly it said.
Thank you for the warning, by the way.
You were in light. Yeah.
Is this area like completely dark? Besides, the light from out here. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit because I can kind of make out details. This guy has a tail. And I think hooves?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
into that room. Or...
Shadow, is this a cell door over here, or is it just this one over here? That's the cell door. Oh, geez, he's large now. Oh, he no, I don't trust that. Now that you've made him larger, I don't. No.
Well, Cheese is incredibly curious.
No. It's like a fucking demon. It's got the fact that the image is just slowly dropping coins from one hand into the next with that fucking grin, I'm like, flags. They're there. And they're bright.
Might I take a look?
He's got a forked tail too. Go ahead.
I want to try and get a look see at the.
Is there any roll to
What
see
there's
if
over
I would
here.
know what, like, you know, what he is based on what I can see?
Shadow, are you dead?
I muted my mic and forgot to say it. Yeah. So no. There's no roll you can make to like try and identify what he is.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
he does appear to be looking at you. He just isn't saying anything.
I don't like. And he looks at me, and I look at him.
So Shadow, is this another door back this way?
Yes, but this are cell bars, and the door itself is closed.
Are both of
Okay,
these cell
so-
bars though? Because you didn't answer that as either. Or is it just the
Sorry,
one
what?
over here? Is it
Those
just
are-
over here that cell
Those are
bars?
cell
or
bars.
what about
No,
these?
this is solid wood. This is solid stone. The door is just open.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Doors open?
Yes.
Lord.
Jesus walking in.
Oh, jeez. Gonna.
Yep. I guess I'll
We
relight
can't
the,
leave cheese alone.
I'll relight the torch now that I'm done experimenting with that.
Don't get too close.
Why does it?
Oh, fuck you, Shadow. Sorry. I know what this is.
I knew you would.
Okay.
I don't like
Jeez.
it.
Cocks her head
Fine.
through. Cocks her
Fine,
head
just
as she
don't
looks
talk
through the
to
bars.
us.
Mm-hmm. He's just sitting there.
What's his expression?
Bemused.
Bemused.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
You
Out
look
of
rather
character.
happy for someone in your situation.
Well, I'm able to leave whenever I want. It's just a matter of if someone interesting is going to talk to me in the meantime. And you would
Yes,
certainly fit the bill.
You're too kind.
I am aware.
This bastard. Okay.
Love these fuckers, but still.
If you can leave at any time, why don't you just go somewhere more interesting?
I took a gamble, and it's paying off.
Hmm.
If I may ask. Oh, jeez. And then. The one in the previous room.
Ran off a short while ago.
Oh, it wasn't you.
No.
Might I have your name?
Sorry.
No. Fine. You just very in character to do is was getting cut off.
Sorry.
No. It actually is completely fine. That's how cool.
But no, he looks at you, Cheese, and very pointedly. You first, and perhaps I will do the same.
Cheese thinks for a moment.
I'm called Faun.
Alright, go ahead and roll deception.
Yeah. Technically, she has been called Faun. She didn't say it was her name, but
Mhm.
yeah, that is kind of a sleazy thing, and that was the point. So that is a natural 20.
Nice. Let's go.
I see. It is a pleasure to meet you.
And your name?
I said perhaps. I gave you no
Oh, you're
guarantees.
cruel. It's rather impolite.
Politeness is well, to be quite frank, most often a hindrance.
Hmm. And it will continue to be a hindrance in your interesting conversations.
If I
I see
may
no further
ask,
point in speaking to this one, but please go forth.
if I may ask, uh, is something about you. I don't believe you're a teen, are you?
How very perceptive of you. No.
If it is polite, may I ask what you are? If it is not something, that is something you wish to keep secret.
Certainly not, my fine fellow. Bator is where I call home.
Interesting. I've heard a bit about people from there, but you are different than ones I've heard described.
That does not surprise me. Most mortals, they describe the most brutish and honestly dull members of my kind, though any are capable of achieving any station, mind you. Those are stations I prefer to avoid.
I understand devils correctly, they are ambitious. If you do not seek high station, that means your station is something you'd rather in useful to.
My fine fellow, station is only useful if it has the propensity to advance. A powerful station with no propensity to gain is all but worthless.
My apology. Not mean to insult.
I find ignorance not to be insulting. Only a fool would find it to be.
Said this place is being profitable. I'm guessing this place is being used to lure adventurers in before. Guessing you made deals then.
I have yet to make any with adventurers, as you call them, but there has been an individual who sought my assistance and my advice, yes.
I vaguely describe him that. Give him a questioning eyebrow. As I describe him.
The moneylender has no interest in my kind whatsoever. Although he is a tempting prospect, he is not worth my time.
Wow. An immortal with lots of power and prestige. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's see. You know the layout of this dungeon, I take it. Been here a while, or do you stay in a around the room he's in? He's cool.
The walls of mortals are far from binding to those such as myself. Make of that what you will.
You said you can leave at any time, but choose not to.
Indeed.
May I see you do so?
The door swings open to face you.
Of course, I just had to make sure I wasn't dealing with a man trying to trick us into opening the door for him. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
a setting character to him.
Yeah. No, he nods. And takes a few steps out, pokes his whole head out and upper torso.
Yeah.
Gives you a nod and steps back in and closes the door.
That's
Okay.
alleviated. That's that doubt alleviated. Like, you're not safe from me, essentially. Understood. Well, said you wait for interested folk.
I do indeed.
Ask again if I'm not intruding. Why?
Why does anyone do anything?
That is a philosophical question in of itself.
Not as much as you presume it to be.
Most people do things purely for entertainment and gratification.
A woefully inaccurate answer. No, people do things because they can gain something from it. I seek not to deceive you in that regard.
And suppose even if I asked what you gain, I would not receive that answer.
What I stand to gain could be a multitude of things, some of which are far beyond your understanding, others of which are very, very known to you.
Must say, sir, while we should really be going soon, I must say this is not the when I believe that I'd ever encounter Cavicsville. Prefer about Tauren or Devil.
Either is fine. The names of mortals bear no meaning to me.
You seem rather polite. What I've heard devils tend to be.
Repeat that for me?
You seem rather polite from what I've heard devils tend to be.
Then you have heard quite simply very wrong.
That will be information to me.
What was that?
That would be useful. That would be information that is useful to me.
What would be? Clarify?
That information would be useful to me. Basically, if I encounter a devil in the future, it means that, oh, this isn't a nicer than average devil. Like, no, they're all like this.
Understand that information is controlled by those who have power. Those who have power fear those who have more power. That is simply the way things are.
And the fact that you have quite a bit.
All of my kind possess a great deal of power, and never seek more.
And, well, as I said, we can't linger all day. And we're not probably the best conversation for you. So if it is alright, we will bid you a day then.
Out of character, I fully expected Corvus to say, "We bid you adieu."
I realized I was going to, but then I realized Corvus probably doesn't know that word.
If I may, perhaps before you go, a bit of a bargain. You are free to accept or not accept. It matters little to me.
It's
But I do
polite.
believe you have something I may find useful.
I'm looking at him intensely.
And what might that be, sir?
I imagine you've torn the room up before you to simply to sunders, looking for whatever you might find, as I can tell by the staves you now carry.
I'm guessing you're looking for a sharp instrument.
How perceptive of you. Yes. It was given away in a bargain to the individual who held claim to that portion of this charming abode for a time. If it were to be returned to me, perhaps I could share with you some information I have.
I've heard stories that when you make a deal with the devil, it permanently takes your soul.
If that is the nature of the deal, perhaps. This is simply an exchange. An object for knowledge. And none of the forbidden kind, as you are so want to shun.
See what it is. Oh fuck, he can read our minds. Okay. Shit. He knows everything. Alright.
Only if you think of it. But as
Oh yeah.
as Lessla says, is if you are so knowledgeable, then what do you know of our natures?
That is an answer that will require a much, much more in-depth bargain.
And what would the bargain require from us?
It will take time to draw up such a contract. And it will be a contract, of that make no mistake.
Well, I appreciate that offer. I think we'll decline on that.
Very well. If you will not return my
I
belongings to me.
meant about the information.
Oh,
on
okay,
the-
okay, I got you.
I
He would know
apologize.
that.
Oh, yeah.
He would know that. I,
inarticulate.
as GM, do not.
Yes.
I must ask, given a creature of lower planes of weapon, well, could be doing a machination much larger than we understand.
I simply ask you to return it to where it belongs. It was given to the individual by myself, and now I simply seek its return, rather than its pilfering by some band of miscreants who I have no ties with.
Who thinks? We know of its odd metal. We know what it can do to other creatures, especially others of your kin. I just want to make sure that whatever machination that we play a role in doesn't bite us.
You have seen what it's capable of, have you not?
We know what it is capable of, yes, sir.
You have examined it thoroughly. Then you have a full understanding of its properties. There is no magic in its construction. I fail to see what you find so threatening about it being in my possession as opposed to your own.
Well, my pa always said, be careful when making deals with someone smarter than you.
For that, he is a very wise individual. It is simply a representation of a pact. in physical form. That pact has
So-
been broken, but my ability to take it back is somewhat beyond my control, much to my own dismay. I speak very plainly. I simply desire back what is mine, and in return I shall give you what you seek.
Corvus kind of looks around the room. Is Vale here?
He would be, yes. He seems very uncomfortable about the situation. Just forgot to move them all in.
Yeah, no, that's like,
Hope's the only one who doesn't seem to be unsettled.
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We know this guy can just walk around as he
Yeah.
wills. I don't think it's any benefit to us to keep it from him, because if he can just walk around, he's asking nicely. There's
Yeah.
nothing saying that he can't. That him asking
Yeah,
nicely
Corvus
is just
has
a
already
courtesy.
proved he can leave anytime he wants.
Yeah, he can leave any.
He'd be like, I tried to handle this peacefully, punches you in the dick.
No,
You know,
no. As much as I hate the situation, the fact remains that when people come later, he could just ask them, "Hey, this one group of adventurers has something I want."
Yeah, he can
And
also
then
do
it's
that
us
too.
versus them.
Also do that.
So I don't think there's
You
any
promise
reason.
something much better than knowledge.
Yeah. Regardless, I do not like the situation whatsoever.
Corvus already worked out that this won't affect us negatively.
No, it's
Because
gonna
he's
gonna
being-
affect whatever warlock decided that they were gonna be an asshole very negatively.
That's why I'm kind of like, that's what the thing is. It might. That's why Corvus won't be part of any great machinations. Someone else.
Yeah.
It's knowledge you speak of. Yeah, that's what it involves.
Quite simple. You may ask me one question about the area that surrounds you. Should it be within my knowledge, I will answer honestly and truthfully.
If it is not within your knowledge.
I shall tell you as such. And you may ask again.
That's actually a better deal than I thought he was gonna give
I
us.
just think that's what yeah, I think it's like
That's a-
really interesting because both Lessla and Corvus are deal makers themselves. 'Cause,
Yeah, no, that's
Lessla-
like I was like I'm listening to him. It's like what I was like, yeah, we get the one question, but if he doesn't know anything about it, that's the one question. The fact
like
that we
Corvus
get to ask
asked-
again,
like Corvus
that's a
asked
lot
his
better.
question, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like when he said, "And you may ask again," I did tilt my head. It's like, all right, that's fair.
Okay, that's a fair deal. It's a very fair deal. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it's.
Devils are really good at getting you to want to agree to the deal. They're really good.
That's their
Yeah.
point. That's their point.
Yeah. And just making sure there's no negative effect to us other than the fact that you have a weapon.
What negative effect could there be?
Our souls are damned to the sticks when we die.
That's not how that
I lack
works.
any form of contract to bind your soul. I have not drawn it up, and I have not asked you to sign it. I have not asked for a drop of your blood, nor have I asked for anything more than your name. That was freely given to me, and I know it to be false.
Despite the
She's,
next
like,
one, but that's fair.
She's at that like straightens, and you can see like her kind of always like impassive smile just kind of fade, and now she's like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!"
I don't know what you guys were expecting. The
Oh,
the
no, I
devils are
fully
the
expected this.
complete opposite of Fae.
I completely expected this.
He won't
So,
play along with your bullshit. He'll call you on it if you give him the chance.
Yeah. As long as you don't do anything to piss him off, you're fine, essentially, with most devils. So, and once we give you the dagger and you answer the question, what happens after?
I will leave, and you shall be on your way.
Follow us.
What was that?
Will you follow us?
I have no intention of following you. Though, as you have proven, will have proven to be amicable, I may ask other favors of you in time. I see no reason why that should be a problem. You are in the business of selling favors, are you not?
Lessla crosses her arms because she doesn't like
Mm.
how correct he is.
Yeah, it's like that's the he's not wrong, and that kind of causes a little like kind of adjusts himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't see any reason for us not to take this for the time being. That being said, we should probably discuss what the one question is going to be.
You may do so as you wish. I have, what is your expression? All day.
I like him, and I don't like that I like him.
Oh, I always enjoy devils. They're fun
Yeah, they're
characters.
so good.
They're fun characters.
So terrible. Yeah, they are.
Cat, can you stop being stupid, please? I am begging you.
This isn't necessarily a horrible deal, and if technically by the cosmic logical rules of law, it is his.
Okay.
If the deal's
Yeah,
been
I
broken,
think the
it has
deal
to
is
be
fine.
returned to him. Yeah.
So
The
here's
question
the
is
thing.
just-
What question do we ask? Which is why
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
one thing, do we ask about lore about this place? Do we ask about the puzzles we found thus far?
Yeah. Team huddle. Shadow, move everyone to team huddle mode.
Nope. Sapphire's not being a part of this.
Okay.
I'm staying right here.
So you're a part
I'm
of
just
this.
listening. I'm not contributing.
All right. So
That's your choice.
not rudely, just like getting closer, but no one has to like raise their voice. So, first off, we believe taking this deal is a good idea.
I believe not pissing off a devil is the best bet here.
It
Granted,
would likely be beneficial.
the devils are
I-
fairly limited in how they can interact with the mortal plane. There's nothing saying that he can't orchestrate things to make things worse for us in the future, and I really don't want to deal with that.
I'm always against making deals with those from the lower planes. But I fail to see how this one can do us any harm.
But to us, when we're level 10, this motherfucker appears.
At level 10, that's when we jump them.
No! No, we do not!
Yeah, Ripper knows what it is.
Anyway,
I believe it would be beneficial to give him what he wants.
Deal is not a bad one. It may affect some poor soul, but I also know what he was getting into when he made his deal. If he said it's been broken so thoroughly that he can't get it back properly.
it may be a matter of that he no longer has access to the contract, which is why he needs the knife.
Dagger to be like that. No.
If it is a physical representation of the pact, it may be the only way for him to gain retribution upon those who which break it.
Making deals with devils is often a risky business in and of itself, and they should thought about it.
Yes, and usually those who willingly make deals with devils and go out of the way to make them are trying to find ways to circumvent the clauses of those contracts so that they may do whatever they wish.
And he seems that he found it because he didn't say I can't get it properly. He says it's being broken.
Either way, that's not really. I don't think that's really what we should be discussing at this moment. The question is the question. What do we ask?
Well, we could ask about the dangers of the dungeon. He's been here for a while. We don't know how much he's traversed, but if he knows of the various, we encountered those spirits in that other room, and while I'm interested about why there's a tomb to Lord Shun, I feel like he'd just say, "Oh, it was made to be an interesting environment for adventurers to walk around in, be mysterious and such."
Well, here's the thing about that, is that he did say he would honor it truthfully and honestly, which I will take to mean that he does not intend to omit information pertaining to the question.
That's why I'm mentioning, should we ask about critters or should we ask about history? Because the history of this place might help us with puzzles, but we can't ask them to answer to every puzzle here because that's multiple questions, that's multiple answers technically.
Technically. So it comes to a broad sense. Do we ask about the history of this place, or do we ask about the occupants?
Corvus is looking to the rest of the group. It's a group decision. I know, you control if you have 3 votes.
He sees
The
everyone to stay out of
history
it. This
is
for
less
you as the players.
likely.
Yeah, you have 3 votes. Vote, damn it.
No.
Well, you have 2 votes technically.
Boy agrees with everything I say, so yes, technically.
The history
I
of this
agree.
place is less likely to get in our way physically.
As I said, it could help with puzzles.
I believe there are members of our party who are clever enough to figure that out. The creatures, maybe not so.
Also a matter of how big this place is as well, but yeah, and that's something we will find out by ourselves. Many of the questions we could ask or we could find out. Just because even if he tells what creatures lie, he doesn't tell us, we don't know where they are or when they will appear. We can expect the worst creature to appear in every room, and that will give us. We already do.
If we perhaps ask what this place was built for, kind of harkening back to the history, then there's a possibility that we might be able to assume what would be in between.
I can assume, if you may, is due to it being
BRB while you discuss this.
fortune centered. It's most likely a bunch of. You see a little look of disdain in Corvus' face as he says it's undead.
Yes. That is more than likely to be the case, as we have already faced shadows, and more than likely there will be other types of undead around here. It is a matter of if those are the only things we should be expecting.
I mean, when I came down here, I was expecting constructs and mechanical puzzles, not tomb. I like the idea that the Chow saying, one day I'll be back when you discuss it, is just the devil fucking you off for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
he's
just
gone.
imagine No, I honestly just imagine him just standing there, like one arm across his chest, the other one just kind of resting on his arm while his hand is on his face, just watching us with a smile on his face.
He's just standing there,
Menacingly.
Like, oh, this guy is terrifying. Don't understand.
I will say, ever since he made the comment about catching cheese on her name,
I knew he caught it.
she has looked absolutely like.
If you thought a devil wouldn't catch you in a lie,
No,
Yeah.
it's because it's just like she's used to how the Fae work. And the fact that he caught her in a lie about her name is like a huge deal because the name is the soul.
I did give his name.
Yeah.
If Lessla can cast spells, if she knows the devil's name, she has better control over them.
Yeah, no. At a certain point, if Lessla ever learns this guy's name, she will. She would be able to. She would be able to bind him to a degree. I'm not going to because Lessla doesn't care about binding devils.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying, why don't people like find the the archdevils, because that's not the archdevil's true name. That's
There-
just the name they used.
There's only one
Also,
archdevil that we really know the true name of, and it's because she wasn't always an archdevil. But you don't want to piss her off. Something fallen angels.
Yeah.
something Zoriel, something God only
Yeah.
knows.
Oh, sorry, that's her name. Celestia's also the true name.
Yeah.
Close to the chest.
Mm.
So, what lies within, what it was built for, and there's some of its background. If he knows it, if he doesn't know that, all of it. We said to his ability. And it won't be I don't really know what a third one would be. I mean, I'm sure there's many questions we could ask, but there's others who would just ask, where's all the gold at?
I mean, that is quite the simplest one, but we could ask a fairly broad question: is where's the most valuable item?
Well, would be valuable to him, right? Under his understanding of it.
No, the most valuable item.
We could be more specific in the question.
We can be more
Does
specific
seem
in the question. The thing is that, and this is going into magical theory, is that the universe itself decides the values of most items with magical properties. So the most
Looking at him
valuable.
while Lessla says this.
Cheese has been keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, Leslie's been
I've
keeping-
also
He-
been keeping an eye on him.
we literally.
He is
I
getting
literally just
he is beginning to grin more and more as Lessla mentions that.
Mhm. Is the universe itself, and it decides the value of anything that has to do with magic, and it's one of the reasons why Revivify diamonds are so uniform. Is that it's not that it's the cost of the diamond itself, but rather the function of the diamond that decides its cost.
We live on the diamond standard.
No, we live on a magic standard.
Sorry, had to.
Anyway,
Sorry,
but
that was out of character.
so if we do ask about the most valuable item of which we could find, if we want to be more specific, because it's never unsafe to be more specific. It just means that we will get more specific information. What we could ask is, how do we find the most valuable item there is to find? Not necessarily what it is, or
Yes, but then you find that there'll be lots of dangers there, and we don't know what we'd be expecting. And we go
Yes.
back to lives. And
yes. So it's, what is the saying? 6 in one basket, half dozen in the other.
we know where the most valuable thing is. We know where the most dangerous threats are. We know. If we know what the most valuable thing is, we know where the most dangerous threat is. We know what is the most dangerous threat, and we don't know what the most valuable thing is.
But if we go by the logic of how most things work, the most valuable thing will be behind the most danger.
That's what I'm saying. I guess we could also ask where the most dangerous thing is. It'd be the same question.
I have a feeling that it's in the
You
main
could
room.
very likely answer the question with himself.
It is true.
We could ask, what is the most dangerous thing protecting this ruin? Well, not protecting. Inhabiting permanently?
Could add that isn't you added on.
Well, I have a feeling that as soon as he has the knife, he has no more reason to be here. Like he said, he has all day. Unless he wishes to see mortals struggle against odds that they do not know, Oddly will know based on the information he gives. Although I have a feeling he feels he has
said
more important
wouldn't-
things.
He said he wouldn't follow us. Yes, was taking a devil as well.
I mean, you
I know.
can take devils at their word. The matter is
fact, Corvus
how
was
did
like
they
the
intend it
giving-
to be taken?
Yeah, like I don't because I have more important.
They
things
are
to
not
follow.
above lying to you if it's.
I know they're not.
Yes.
But
well,
when it comes to a deal
Yeah.
is a deal. Law is
Deal's a
law.
deal.
Contract is contract.
this guy,
What is written must be upheld.
That's why Corvus made it part of the spoken thing. That it became part of the deal.
She's still listening to the conversation. She's now just watching him.
Sapphire's mostly been like keeping an eye on the group and then also looking at him. Just, just that.
All right. So, who thinks treasure? Who thinks danger? And well, actually, who thinks danger? Who thinks history?
I would
This is the three we got.
I would much rather learn the history of this place.
All right. Or history.
I think I'm in agreement with Lady Silverster.
All right. Looks to 3.
And again, it's your vote, not theirs.
Shadow.
T-posing.
They're T-posing at
I
us.
saw G-Ball
look,
ragdolling.
Look,
Hey, posing.
look. You may ask them whatever you want. You'll get whatever answers you want. This means that with them, the GM could single-handedly swing the vote. I will not be doing so.
And they're valued members of the team, except
They will give you
Okay.
answers. They simply are not important to your decision.
All right. It looks over at Sap.
She's making no comment.
She's abstaining.
And you have as much say in this as anyone else.
Sapphire gives him a look of like, I'm aware, and she's not saying anything. She has very much been hanging back and just observing and not contributing to any of this conversation the entire
You
time
just-
we've been here.
Doesn't want to be associated with whatever this guy
Exactly.
is ever and all of ever.
Mm-hmm.
With the majority vote.
Also, 3 people are already voted. I'm not just gonna make a
Corvus
potential.
Corvus hasn't given his vote, but he just said the majority vote, which he gets in 1-2 said one.
Yeah. 2-4, 1 abstain. It's Corvus can't do much. But yeah, it looks like we're going. So now, before we ask the question, how do we word it?
Right. What is the history of this place? What do we say?
I was the one thing that's been really on me. What was the original purpose of this ruin?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, because there's questions that have 2 parts. Like the initial part of the question, and then the clearing up of any misconception.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something I have to do a lot. And with devils, you do have to be a bit more specific sometimes with that,
Yeah.
because they will take whatever you say.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah, they will.
what was the original purpose of this ruin? That's why
What's
I asked it
this
that way.
thing, and why is it used for testing adventurers now?
Yeah, I feel like that's something we have
Oh.
to ask more when we get back.
Well, Mert will tell us.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep in mind, it's if he has the knowledge.
If he
Yes,
has the
that's why-
knowledge. If
that's
he
why-
doesn't have the knowledge,
yes.
that's why that's the one thing I'm more concerned about.
Hmm.
Did I die or is everybody being quiet?
I'm being
Everyone's
quiet.
Okay.
The ball is in you guys' court. It is your decision entirely.
Yeah.
Corvus actually stayed to Lessla, because Corvus is known for his inarticulate. He knows he's not a good wrestler. He goes, I'll leave the word to you, and you're better words than I am.
Hmm.
Cheese will move aside so Lessla can take center.
All right. I just want to confirm you're fine with how I worded my question.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's a decent question. Just because I don't want us getting short stay.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
it is. Short stick.
Alright.
And Corvus is not very articulate, so he'd be quite blunt with his questioning.
Yeah. Lessla
I
takes
know better.
a deep breath as she walks to the bars, and she and just to recap, because I'm starting to space out for some reason. He wants the dagger, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. Well, it would
The cold
appear.
iron, yeah.
Yeah, it would appear that we are accepting of your bargain, as she pulls the cold iron dagger from the bag of holding.
He holds out his hand for it.
She will hand it over.
He takes it, and with the flick of his hand, it vanishes before your eyes in a cloud of
Let's study
ash and smoke.
Let's study how he did that for your spell.
That wasn't
Smoke and mirrors.
that wasn't actually a magical spell. I hope you know. But Lessla.
It was just not one you're capable of knowing.
Yeah, it's like more like innate magic, which is closer to sorceries.
To smoke and mirrors.
Lessla will take
Actually,
a deep breath.
leave.
As for our question, we would like to know what the original intent of these ruins were. Why were they? What is their purpose?
I doubt you will gain any useful information from that. Their original purpose is far different than as they stand now. Originally, they were built for, well, as the cellar of any castle is built, simply to be that, a cellar. Mere storage and perhaps a place to hide. Nothing more, nothing less.
And if you don't mind me adding to it, more rather, I'm going to start talking and trying to figure things out. This was built by Chult VII, more than likely, as there's a dedication to him in the center. The castle fell into disrepair and ruins, was not found, which means, and it is relatively recently rediscovered, which might indicate that it was built relatively quickly, and yet it is relatively sturdy from what I've seen. Was this?
You are a scholar of magic, are you not?
I am. I do know it is possible to transport entire buildings from one side to another.
Then you also understand reality is malleable.
Yes. But usually there are great costs into molding reality in such ways.
There are great costs, or there are great powers.
And I'm more than aware that Chulth was capable of giving either.
Was, did, and created those of his own. Yes. If you have nothing more to do than muse, as our bargain is fulfilled, I have answered that of which I know and have done so truthfully. Do you consent that this is such?
Lessla will look to the others.
Always gives a nod.
Cheese nods.
Lessla will say. That being the case, I would like to inquire one last thing not related to the bargain. You said that there would be a great cost and a contract drawn up for information on our natures. What would the preliminary price that you could estimate be?
As with any contract to be drawn, a great deal of investigation must be done. Answers must be found before they can be given, and the weight of them must be evaluated.
Worth the price will be something willing to
If the answer is sufficiently worthwhile, then yes. I have not taken the time to do one of these two subjects. Once I do, then I may consider drawing up a contract if you are indeed interested. And of course, the price will be made plain to you.
Lessla nods and says it. So even before any such information can be given, time must pass, it would seem.
Indeed.
Lessla nods and says, that is all I have to ask then, and she'll step away.
Now, is there nothing else for which I am required? No other deals that you wish to strike, no bargains that must be made.
sir.
Then I bid you all farewell. And just as the dagger, he himself also vanishes in the cloud of ash and smoke.
Cheese looked like she had wanted to say something, but the time passed. She couldn't get to it.
Sapphire is still tense.
But once you see he's always tense, but he definitely like massages around his neck. Well, I suppose it could have gone a lot worse. Walk away with our souls still belonging to us.
Yes. Though, given our natures, how much our souls are worth is debatable,
Why,
it would seem.
Yeah. There's power in was Ian's hypothesized, but Lessla leaves, so he goes, power in them. Gold. I'm right, then they'd probably be worth a decent price, and I'd willing to pay that because information from my knowledge of my soul may involve sacrificing others like me. And he's this Lessla isn't there, he goes, oh.
I mean,
It was a good hypothesis.
Lessla did hear you. It's just she's she's kind of trying
If
to.
you don't mind, I'm going to investigate the cell quickly.
I will.
Because he was able to
Yeah.
open the door.
Yeah.
I just want to look inside, see if I can see anything that I didn't see earlier.
Nope.
Yeah, what's it?
Long.
Night conceals.
Cheese looks
Before
pensive
we
and vaguely annoyed.
exit the room, if I may.
Mhm.
Let's just like put a hand on Cheese's shoulder, whisper to her,
Hmm.
"You all right, man?"
Do you want me to turn off the light of your character rec?
Yeah, turn it off for now.
Are
Okay.
you all right? Are you all right, man?
I'm.
There we go.
I'm annoyed.
Should be off.
I'm annoyed, I think.
Wait.
I always say Corvus is using his whisper for this
Hmm.
private conversation. Annoyed
Cheese is
by-
responding in the same way.
Yeah.
So.
annoyed by what? I don't want. I know that you don't have the best relation with fiends.
No, It's just names.
Never give a devil your name. He won't be angry. He wasn't angry that you did it. He understands because he wouldn't have done it either.
I just. He seemed very knowledgeable, and it's hard not to question everything. What does he know?
And he is a planar power. All of them are smart. Yeah. They can be plenty smart, and they can know things that people shouldn't know, and things that people should know, and things people want to know. That's how they make a living. It's what they do. Need help find your name? I will help you find a name. I've already decided I'm going to do that.
Not
Don't
just
be consider-
a name. I want to find my name.
Maybe a chance it is known to you. Only a chance. Souls that dwell within you have witnessed the entirety of your life. Means they witnessed your birth. They very well could have heard your name spoken. I can help you if you try to communicate with them. You can get that information. That's the best I can do in terms of this. But you must promise me do not make any deals for it.
No. No, I won't do that.
Say promise.
I promise.
Wes pulls out
And
his
as she
knife,
says that,
Oh.
and he cuts his finger slightly, and he hands the dagger to her.
Hepatitis.
We'll just clean it's fine.
Jesus. Yes.
Jesus.
Uh,
Grilled cheeses.
Cheese will hesitate for a moment, but then she will do the same.
And he'll just hold his hand to hers gently and just make sure the blood's up. She goes, "No, it's a blood promise. Break those. Understand?
Cheese nods.
Promise I'll help you. Right?
Alright.
She crying.
She is on the verge.
He just puts a hand on each shoulder. Kind of pulls her in a little bit. Just sort of an awkward, like, hug.
Hug.
And, all right, let's get moving before we'll start getting impatient.
Cheese nods.
And then they exit. Sorry, I know I was taking.
Am I over something?
You're good.
I was.
Oh,
I took
No.
control, so I was like,
Ugh.
No,
had
good,
to
don't
do
worry
it,
about
man.
it. I
I
will
was
say
worried.
that joke you made, that is, believe it or not, that is the name of a restaurant not 20 minutes from where I live.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
god.
There's
What's
a
the name?
restaurant not 20 minutes away from where I live that is called the Grilled Cheeses.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is glorious.
They are very, very good. Especially recommend the sandwich called the Chuck Norris.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're a meme restaurant. That sounds awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no. So
what is
it
involved in
is
the Chuck Norris?
it is brioche bread,
Ooh.
So wait, while
white
you're
cheddar.
eating, someone runs up and punches you in the back of the head.
So it is white cheddar,
Uh-huh.
blue cheese, horseradish, and ribeye steak.
Oh, you had me, you kind of lost me twice, and then you had me again. Fuck.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's very good.
as I'm looking at this orb on this pedestal, is the orb like inlaid into it, or is it something that you can just kind of like pull off?
So it is not inlaid into it. There's sort of a spine on the back that you can kind of see there, and the orb is connected to that.
Interesting.
Anything more than
That is why it kind of has the light pattern.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, what's causing it to do that? If that's the
Anything more about
case,
Puzzle man.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Anything more about that puzzle? Because you're investing in the puzzle again, so he's just asking anything more. Because last time, you just fucking did something.
I did do
without
something.
telling us.
Yeah. It's either a riddle or the answer. The light conceals, muddles, and hides. Look upon where darkness lies. And Lessla will move around the pedestal to the other side of it to look at the pillar, or like the outcrop, whatever this thing is called, because I don't know architecture, on the wall where the spine is casting a shadow.
Roll investigation.
Okay, because she has explained it, we're going to do this quickly, because you have to do this quickly. Corvus will make his way over and help.
Okay.
Do this before the roll is made.
Alright.
Have advantage.
Alright. Oh, that's a 23.
That's why we make sure to always help
There is,
people roll.
very carefully concealed there, a lever on the wall.
Oh. Finally, the investigation's paid off. There's a lever here.
Right.
At which point,
So-
Lessla is not going to pull it yet. Instead, she's going to wait for everyone to, get places where,
I would imagine it's either that wall or somewhere else in the dungeon. And not
yes.
be idiot what it is.
Yep. I'm just going to back up because I don't want to pull the lever. I'm going to pull it with Mage Hand.
Okay.
Which, because it's invisible,
Of
just
course,
looks like
well,
it's getting
'cause he's
pulled.
Corvus is still holding his dagger. He's like keeping his eyes peeled for anything.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eye on the hallway down here.
Hmm.
And also this.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Lessla
She's just
will-
focusing on listening.
Yeah, is pulling the lever.
You do that, you hear a thunk, and the wall recedes into the ground.
Figured that was one.
Yay.
Corvus is shining
Showing
his
you
light.
what's behind it.
Yeah, Corvus does his light out, so he like holds his dagger.
That's a coffin.
Oh. Stone, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
It
sure
is.
by this point my detect magic is gone.
Yes. There is
So-
a headstone to it, though, and it does have an inscription.
Corvus will step closer so it can be read.
Can we
It's
read
light.
said inscription?
That's what Corvus stepped closer.
Is Lesla's detect
Yes,
Now
that,
it was
that
not-
lasts for an
Unless
hour.
that
Oh, yes.
conversation, if that conversation took an hour.
Yeah. Because so comprehend
Yeah,
languages
like
is still like,
that conversation and discussion probably took what?
10
minutes?
minutes.
Yeah.
you're nearing the end of this. This will probably be the last thing you can do with it, but yeah, it's still up.
Really? It'd be about 30
No,
minutes.
because I only
Because it
cast
casts at the very
comprehend.
Because,
beginning.
like,
No,
exploring the room,
I
right,
cast
yeah.
I cast comprehend languages after the shadow fight.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I
No,
did
then
that.
you got a bit
Yeah.
more time.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, because you cast detect magic after comprehend languages.
Yeah.
That's 10 minutes. 10 minutes conversations. Studying the room is probably like 10 minutes itself.
Yeah, I probably have about 30 minutes left on it.
About 30-ish.
Yep. So what's it say?
Here lies my greatest treasure, my greatest achievement, my greatest triumph, my greatest secret. I am Shun. This is my creation. This is my secrets. This is my deception.
child.
Do we know anything about anything named Shun?
Yes,
That's the
it's
name of
Shun.
the
Yes.
emperor. Hold up. What is this made out of?
Stone.
Any particular type of stone?
No, just
Mm,
standard stone.
Is
It looks
is
like you can
similar
open
to
it.
the stone that we've been walking on, or is it a different type of stone?
It's similar. Again, it is. You can open it. You can see that it is able to be opened.
If
Does
anyone makes
have-
moves to open it, I'm
Does
sitting in
anyone have any spells that can detect undead?
cough, fail.
So I will tell you, it is not thick enough to block detect magic. There is,
No,
so
I'm not talking about detect magic. I'm talking about detect.
yeah, detect good and evil.
Undead.
Undead and such.
Evil and good. Is it evil and good?
Mother!
Not good and evil?
Is evil and good. It
God.
fucks me up every time.
Okay. But yeah, if anyone has that,
That's why
but
Corvus was asked, do you have
what-
anything undead? Because I don't open this and then a zombie
So,
grabs my throat and pulls me.
I feel the magic under the stone, but I won't be able to identify the aura because I can't physically see it.
Which I think is why Corvus was asking if anyone knew like some sort of detect undead.
It's a coffin, yeah.
Hold up.
I don't.
Which I imagine Vale would as a cleric at some point.
He might, but I might have a scroll.
Do you really want to
Already.
waste a scroll?
I do not
maybe
believe
she
Vale
can
has
go
that
down.
spell.
Ah, damn.
The thing is, I feel like if there's a place to use it, now would be the
I
time to
don't.
use the scroll.
Yeah,
True.
now would be a time to use a
This
scroll.
is saying, I am Shun, this is my greatest treasure, and it's a fucking coffin, which means it might be his child. And if that's his child, it means it's gonna be fucking something.
Oh no,
it
you
might
didn't.
be him who turned
So-
into a lich.
The history of Shun, he did have children. They went on to rule the empire after him.
But he's saying that this is his greatest secret, which means it's not his. Either
A bastard.
I'll discuss this in character with you.
yeah.
Scores
What?
wouldn't know about Shun having children. But he knows who Shun is. But
Shun.
Lessla would know about it.
Lessla would
Shun
know.
have children?
Shun had many children. They still rule the empire.
They did, and it was
Well, they-
overthrown quite
yeah,
some time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ruled the empire. They've been overthrown. There might still be descendants out there, but his descendants weren't really secret, as they were all royalty.
The remnants of the Empire today are Kalimshan and Tathir.
So that would mean the greatest treasure could be perhaps a bastard then?
I don't think it would.
Maybe perhaps a child he had out of loved or something?
Given
Or could be an undead creation.
could be some sort of golem.
How tightly is it sealed, Shadow?
Probably not.
Not very tightly.
What will smell? So you can get like a whiff of what's in there.
No, it doesn't smell like anything. Maybe musty like the rest of this place,
Lessla
Smells
but not like
musty.
decay.
Yeah, it smells musty, but I don't smell rot.
will pull the will pull her dagger out and light it and say,
Yeah.
"Shall we lift it up?"
How about with like he's poised to stab?
Yeah. I was gonna mage hand it
Yeah,
up, and
Rather than lifting it, he's gonna just be ready to stab anything.
yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna lift with mage hand again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Cheese
a
is ready to
stone.
cast.
This is stone. It might not work.
Here, let me get the NPCs where they would be in this circumstance. Vale would be right up there, as this is
I'll say
potentially
anything
undead.
that seems hostile.
Hope's
This is
over
just anything
here.
that pops. This is anything
Arthea's
that
right up
pops.
here.
I'll stay at shout. This is anything that seems hostile, not anything that just pops out.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lessla will mage hand it open.
It will take more than Mage Hand to open this.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
It is stone.
In that case, I will physically pull it open.
All right, Sarthea will help you.
If me and Lessla do it together, would that just count as an object interaction, but for object
Yeah.
interactions?
Okay.
We can still hold our actions, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Sarthea will help you out.
Okay. Everyone be careful.
So inside is a book about 3 feet by 2 feet, and it is it radiates the same sort of unsettling nature that page did.
Yep. I guess now I will
It is made of
focus on
metal.
the aura.
You still got detect magic up?
Yeah, I do. I still have it up, so I'm going to focus on the aura.
This is a spell book.
Yep. Lessla will say
A very
What's
advanced
spell?
one.
What's will shift, pulling out his spear, he will change weapons, and he will have it a little bit back. So see, I'm stepping against the wall. Moving at the square, essentially, because you occupied the entire square. I'll flick the page open. Yeah. Just flick the cover open with the spear.
Okay. There are a litany of spells on it.
Yeah. But
Well, actually, here, hang on. Let me roll something.
I guess it just opens a
I
random
wanna
page,
see-
of course.
I'd rather
Yeah,
you
I know.
not.
That's why I'm doing that.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you open to a random page in the middle, and yeah, no, there is a yeah, there's just a litany of spells. Lessla, if you want to investigate it further, then let me know.
Yeah.
The magical department.
yeah, Lessla. I mean, I'm not seeing like active magic aura on it. It's just a spell book. So
no, you are.
oh, I'm seeing an active magic aura. What is the?
Is it the same
yes.
as like this is a spell book, or is it this is?
It is a
this
spell
the
book.
ancient tome of
It is a
death.
spell book, and it is a very powerful spell book. But there is something else there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Could I Arcana that then?
Yes, you could Arcana to try and see if you could figure out what it is.
Okay.
I just want to kind of keep investigating what is in the coffin if there's anything else in there.
That's it.
Yep, that's
Okay.
a 20.
Okay. It actually seems very familiar to you, but you're not sure where from.
Lessla will say is there's magic on it, but it's active magic, but it's familiar, but I'm not sure where from. If I may, and she'll gesture to reach out for it. Yeah, she'll pick it.
Could you, you have that spell that you understand things.
Comprehend.
That you say for to
Identify?
you understand the nature of an object to a degree.
Yes.
Would it not best to do that before interacting with it?
That's. I have to touch it.
Oh.
And if you don't mind waiting 11 minutes, I can identify it.
That's Corvus would prefer you identify it.
Okay.
If everyone don't mind waiting a little bit.
Let me go ahead and look up that spell. Just read exactly what it says.
It does not reveal curses.
This is not what I'm curious about.
It could be good or bad.
I think he's wondering if it will identify all the spells inside.
No, that's not what I'm wondering either.
Identifies what spells are currently on an object, if there are any. The nature of the properties of the magic item are.
I learned his properties,
whether it
how
has
to
charges,
use them.
whether it requires attunement.
Yeah.
Whether it has charges, how many it has. It's whether it requires attunement, if it has any restrictions. It does identify curses, which is always fun. It's really fun. I've done it before.
It is really fun. That's how I got
Okay.
my Descent to Avernus game to have a Shield of Missile attraction that I just called a Shield of Missile Resistance.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't tell you what the object of the name.
It doesn't tell you what it's called, just identifies what it does, yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't identify the curse on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Okay, so yeah. I'll
Technically, Lessla, I will say this because you would know this. You can channel touch spells through your familiar.
I can channel touch spells through the familiar. I do know that.
So you don't technically have to touch it.
No.
If you want the raven to sit on it, it will It will not be happy, but it will do it.
No, I'm not because it's probably made of cold iron.
It is not.
Oh,
No.
it's actually I think it's metal, but I think it's actually electrum because it's the same style as the.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'll touch it because hopefully it's not you touching it curses you. Hopefully it's a attuning to it curses you.
Cost is still ready to stab something.
Yeah, but no, I'm
She
I
was
guess
the one
before we do this, I'm going to investigate to see if there's a pressure plate under the book.
There is not.
Okay.
Good to investigate.
Good to know. Yeah, that's
You pick it up, one fills of acid. Door closes, you're trapped. You had someone outside.
Well, Sapphire's outside, so you got that.
As you touch it, Lessla, you do begin to hear a faint murmuring.
Yeah, I figured.
If you try to listen closely, it is mostly incoherent, and you can make out a word or two here and there, but they're mostly confused ramblings. And a lot of sobbing.
All right.
But upon casting Identify, yes, it is a spell book. That much you can tell. As for what spells are cast on it, there are none that are cast on it. There are a great many that dwell within it. Its functionality, from what you can tell, how to use it is you simply focus on what is on it, and it will come to be. What is on the pages. That's how to use it. And as for the other part, it's not meant to attune, it is meant to contain something. And it currently is.
Well, fuck that.
It's a prison?
Doesn't seem so.
Well, no, that's like the closest
Yeah,
analogy that Lessla can come up with, is that it's
Prison.
containing something, so therefore it is a prison of some sort.
Prison to what?
I don't know. The way it works is that if you focus on what's inside the pages, it comes to be, and it's.
I do have a question. Could you be more knowledgeable about these things? If you make a puzzle and fill it with a bunch of magical items for adventurers to get, how many of them would you make dangerous and will kill the adventurers trying to get them?
10%.
Because I wouldn't want, if this is a magical item that's meant to be found, it's a punishment to take, then what is the lesson learned from sending us here? That everyone who enters here is greedy and needs to die?
I don't think that is the case. I don't think he prepared this place. I think he found it and thought it'd be fun to send adventurers.
Wants someone else to clear it out.
Yes.
Right. Well, can you know the nature of what's contained, or just mystery?
It's a mystery to me. I would have to figure it out through study. The problem is that part of this book is
So, the GM will tell you, you already have a page of it. You know
Yeah.
to a degree what it contains.
Yeah, I know a degree what it contains, but so the problem is that investigating this book is more likely to cause unforeseen events to happen, as mere focus on the pages causes things to come true. I think this is the source of Shun's power. His ability to shape reality, as it were.
Like the back there in the room with Delta when this points to Cheese, when she read that scroll you pulled out, it summoned a little demon.
Yes. Which means that
Right.
this is not something we should leave laying around.
The Book of Contracts of Dark Can. We can't find out what Dark Cans unless we actually read it.
and reading it.
Are you
will-
still holding on to it, Lessla?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's closed. Has the book closed at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still, if you are touching it in any way, you can still hear the murmuring.
She's holding on.
And
to it.
go ahead and roll me a perception.
All right.
Just want to see if you pick this up.
Ooh, that's a 20.
So, in addition to the wailing, you do hear, just once, a cry for help.
Lessla looks at the book and says, I just heard someone cry for help.
Could be a trick. Alright, if it's similar to the sheet we've already found, we know how this works. There's a spell engraved somewhere on the page, but there's also, if you read the whole page, something will come out.
Yes.
We want the spells, but we don't want the critters. So we can somehow find a way to figure out what the critters are without summoning them. So, if it works like that one, it may be bound to us. It may not be happy about it, but we maybe have a chance of dismissing them depending on how it's written. Right? So there's a potential no danger, but a potential danger.
You can, the GM will tell you, you can't always just flip through them, and I will give you an idea of what matches what you're searching for.
Yeah. Lessla looks at Cheese, Corvus, Sapphire, everyone says, if you will allow me to take a risk, if I may try and find who called for help.
Fine.
We understand this magic a little. Don't know what's contained in there.
I don't, but at this moment I find myself asking what would Nemo do? And he, being the optimist that he is, would think that someone in need of help should be helped.
Should we do it here, or should we wait until we get to a place perhaps we could have a better staging for anything that's a little too dangerous?
I think I will then pose this question. If you were trapped in a place where you were conscious of people that could free you, how would you feel if they put it off for just one more hour?
Would rather the people trying to free me not die in the process.
I'm in agreement. I'd rather be set free in a place that I knew was safe, or that the people that were setting me free knew was safe.
Then,
I agree with that.
then we will hold off for now. And Lessla will put the book in the
And
bag of holding
if we have more time, ma'am, it may give you a better idea of which page is theirs. Well, can't make too many preparations when it comes to dangerous things.
Yes.
I will let you know the incoherent babbling and rambling has not stopped.
Even after putting it in the bag of holding?
Once you let go of it, it does.
Okay.
Just need to be careful with things like this, man.
So I'm
If
told.
this is tuned magic, or even someone intended to be him, we do have to be careful.
Yeah.
And he actually like reaches over and pats the hand on Lesla's shoulder. Won't anything bad happen?
don't think that the world is so kind as to wait, but we should hurry as quickly as we can.
Good.
Hmm.
Still looking at Lessla. She still seems like Lessla, which is good. She hasn't showed signs of going to any kind of necrosis, so still keep an eye on her. And I'll move out.
Alright, so now the question is down
Do we
the
explore
narrow
the hallway?
hallway. Although
Yeah.
it's looking, I have a feeling that this narrow hallway will circle back around. That's my only.
It's also
Yeah.
very long
That's
and
still
I
a good. That's still a good thing.
think some passageways, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a good thing if it circles back around. That means we have like a path and a knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing if we know that.
It is.
Sapphire gonna lead this one, or is it Corvus?
I believe right now is where I'm going to call it for tonight. Just because I'm
Okay.
getting a little
Okay.
bit tired.
Alright,
Alright.
well, that's fun. Alright, but with that, we will call it here for today. As always, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are, as always. And remember to stay frosty. For those of you watching this on YouTube after the fact, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and ring that notification bell to get more content like this in the future.